Alrighty everybody, it is now July 1st of 2022. We're not only getting closer to other TV shows out there like Star Wars Andor or The Bad Batch Season 2 and Tales of the Jedi, but we have The Mandalorian Season 3 and 4 that are being worked on back-to-back by both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni to really deliver a different experience for the fans. They really are trying to make sure that those two seasons of The Mandalorian are going to stand out on their own in comparison to how things were done with seasons 1 and 2. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you also very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about the Kenobi series is that we have seen a lot of fans really expressing a lot of criticism and concerns about the show from episodes 1 through 6, and we have seen valid reasons as to why fans are very upset about the Kenobi show. There's no doubt about that. And we have also seen time and time again that Joby Harold, the writer, and even Deborah Chow, the director, have actually said that the Backlash is a little way too out of control and blown out of proportion. And honestly, the fans have valid reasons, they really do. I mean, there's a lot of flaws in the Kenobi series. They have some moments that are very enjoyable. I will be real with you guys and very straight up here that there are moments in the Kenobi series that really do stand out, where you sit back and say, wow, that was actually really well done. But for the most part, from point A to point B of the series, it needs massive improvement without a doubt. Now, on top of all of this is where things begin to really escalate, and how it really involves Disney CEO Bob Chapek, who, by the way, is very busy behind the scenes over at Disney and Lucasfilm, really trying to fix the franchise. Now, of course, with Disney CEO Bob Chapek currently working closely with creators out there like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, he is making some drastic changes behind the scenes in order to bring Star Wars back on track and to create a better path for the franchise. Now, recently Bob Chapek has been working on the second season of Obi-Wan Kenobi, however recently cancelled many of Kathleen Kennedy's plans that were originally greenlit for the continuation of the Kenobi TV series. Now further, it's noted that currently Bob Chapek is moving along with cancelling big plot elements of Kenobi Season 2 that were created by Kathleen Kennedy originally. The first major cancellation is that Chapek is now taking the character of Reva out of the major story element of Kenobi Season 2, and to have her no longer appear in that season as originally intended by Kathleen Kennedy. Reva, along with the other characters like Roken and Haja, will also no longer be inserted into the second Kenobi season. Bob Chapek also cancelled another plot element for the second season of the show of Kenobi by taking out the character of Leia. Now originally, this is where things begin to get worse by the way, originally Kathleen Kennedy implemented plans for a second season where Leia was to be kidnapped yet again by somebody else, where Kenobi would have to save her once more. This was immediately shot down by Chapek once he realized that they oversaturated the kidnapping story in the Kenobi series to begin with, and this too was cancelled from the second season of the show. As of now, Leia will not be appearing also in the Kenobi series' second season, and that the main focus will now be on Luke Skywalker getting into trouble this time around for Kenobi to step in. Both Reva and Leia were Kathleen Kennedy creations for the second season as well, and how Kathleen Kennedy had some authority over the Kenobi series was all rooted to the fact that she was in charge of the movie's version of the script. Now, let's just, examine that for a second here. The main reason why Kathleen Kennedy had power over the Kenobi show, Season 1 and even Season 2, that is of course in the early development phase, is because she is the one that actually supervised the Star Wars movies that were surrounding Kenobi. And those scripts actually transferred over to Season 1 of the TV show, and she was trying to actually use more of those concepts to throw into Season 2. Thankfully, Disney executives and Bob Chapek came to their senses. They pushed back, they put Kathleen Kennedy to the wayside, and canceled all of those major plans for the second season of Kenobi, and are now embracing a far superior version of the story that's going to focus on Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Luke Skywalker on the sands of Tatooine and other areas as well in the Star Wars universe. Now, we already know that Kathleen Kennedy is still having trouble with the Acolyte TV show for multiple reasons, and we already talked about this. A lot of story changes, a lot of firings of co-writers and directors. It's the main reason as to why we are hearing very little about the Acolyte TV show, and why it's not even going to begin filming most likely until early 2023. Forget the summer. The original plan for summer is now X'd out, and the fall is looking very unlikely moving forward. However, alright, this is where things begin to pick up. However, Disney executives all got involved and forced Kennedy to step away from Season 2, with Chapek taking out all of those plans with Reva and Leia. As of now, Chapek is aiming to get the new season of Kenobi released by 2024 sometime. Now, another plot element for Season 2 that was cancelled had a lot to do with the fact that Chapek took out and decided to call the shots on erasing a major plan by Kathleen Kennedy to include another third sister in the series to replace Reva. There was originally going to be a new third sister in the show that was going to replace the character of Reva. As of right now, Chapek is gathering new creators to take care of the second season. This includes Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Peyton Reed coming on board, as well as George Lucas. Chapek is also in the talks with Stuart Beattie, the original writer who was going to make the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie trilogy. Canceling out Reva, Leia, and the new third sister is something that Kathleen Kennedy is not happy about, and also over the fact that she is no longer creatively involved with Kenobi Season 2 anymore at all in any way, shape, or form. So, let's just focus on something else here real quick, because we obviously know that everything related to the Kenobi series is something that really is very delicate at this point. You have to take care with Season 2 with great care, and that's exactly why Chapek is getting people like Favreau, Filoni, Reed, trying to also get Beattie on board. I think that Beattie would be a great choice, or Beattie, however you pronounce his last name there. He was going to make, and was already writing, the Star Wars trilogy of the Kenobi series. Alright, a Kenobi trilogy, I should say. In there, he wanted Reva to die. And he actually said this flat out like 2 days ago with the Direct, that he was very surprised that Reva survived. And that Reva was also the one who knew that Anakin Skywalker was Darth Vader. To him, he said this flat out, that it made no sense to him, and it really should have been revised. And it just goes to show you that Kathleen Kennedy has an agenda. She doesn't care about what makes sense or what logic there is supposed to be in Star Wars, but hey, you know what? At the end of the day, what goes around comes around, right? We have seen this a lot of times. The Mandalorian Season 2, with the introduction of Luke Skywalker, to me, was a great example of what goes around comes around, with director Rian Johnson destroying the character of Luke in The Last Jedi, only to have Favreau come around and give us the real version of Luke that so many fans grew up with and loved. So, the same exact thing is going to happen with Kenobi, specifically with Season 2, by Chapek canceling all those plot elements. Overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.